Hey guys, this is Pastor Max of LifePoint Church, and I'm coming to you again with a One Word Wednesday. If you don't know, One Word Wednesday is a day where we take one word that has to do with our faith and we define it and talk about it for a brief second so that people can have a deeper understanding of the depths of God's love and a deeper theology and faith. The word we're going to talk about today is a word that a lot of people misunderstand, and it's the word propitiation. And the word propitiation literally is a word that has to do with appeasing or taking away. And so I'm going to describe it to you like this. Have you ever been mad at somebody and your anger was justifiable? They took something from you, they broke something of yours, and you were angry. And the only way that you were going to stop being angry is if somebody replaced what was taken of yours. That's literally the concept that propitiation is talking about. When we talk about propitiation in the Bible, the person we're talking about is Jesus. Why? Because Jesus appeased the very wrath of God. I want you to think about it like this. God created humanity for himself to glorify himself. Yet the world that he created and the people that he created to glorify himself turned away and rebelled from him in sin. He could have destroyed them. His wrath was turned against them. And the Bible even says that we were enemies to God. How do you keep that relationship together when now we're enemies? Somebody had to come in and repair the relationship. Somebody had to come in and soften the very anger and wrath of God. And there was only one person who could do that, and that person was Jesus. But guess what? The way that he satisfied or appeased the wrath of God was by paying the debt that was owed to God from sin. He gave himself up as a sacrifice. He was crucified on the cross. He died and he was buried. And by that, the very wrath of God was poured out. Yet it wasn't poured out on us. It was poured out on Jesus. And when that whole sequence of events was done, God no longer had to operate with pouring out of his wrath because he was satisfied with the punishment that had been paid by Jesus. So what does that word propitiation mean? It means to appease. It means to satisfy. It means to satisfy the very wrath of God. I hope that gives you some greater understanding so that when you read verses like 1 John 2:2, which says, "And he himself is the propitiation for our sins, and not for ours only, but also for those of the whole world." When we see that, we had to realize that somebody had to stop the wrath of God. There was only one person who could pay the price to appease the wrath, and his name was Jesus. He gave himself up willingly, and he is our propitiation. So guys, I hope that gives you a deeper appreciation of Jesus, a deeper understanding of the Bible, and a deeper cultivation of your faith. And we're going to be doing this every Wednesday, One Word Wednesday. We'll see you next Wednesday. Spend time with God, know God, study your word, and grow in God. Take care, and we'll see you next week.